Well, hello to everyone, and welcome to the Hyperbaric HPP Research Awards ceremony. I am Tom Egan with the Cold Pressure Council, and I hope that many of you are aware of the Cold Pressure Council. We're very pleased to have the opportunity to present these awards today. The Cold Pressure Council mission statement is to lead, facilitate, and promote industry standardization, user education, and consumer awareness of high pressure processing. In addition, a very important element is to offer a networking opportunity and meeting for our members and all of those professionals involved with HPP. Today, I have the very great opportunity to introduce three of the panelists that reviewed the applications for the awards. This is an international jury with an extraordinary scientific background and recognition with many contributions, such as journal publications, chapters, books. The three of them play an essential role as dynamic leaders in their institutions, contributing to the development of high pressure technologies for the food and beverage industry. I'm going to take a minute to read each of their resumes as we have this introduction. First, Anne Charles Vegdahl. Anne is a food microbiologist with a PhD in microbiology from Rutgers. She is currently working as an extension associate with the Department of Food Science at Cornell University. She oversees two major extension programs: the Cornell Microbial Food Safety, Quality, and Outreach Program, and the Cornell High Pressure Processing Validation Center at Cornell Agritech. Dr. Vegdahl and her team analyze over 500 products every year, conducting microbial shelf life studies, pathogen validation studies for food manufacturers. She works closely with other researchers, government, food processors, and she is involved in diversity, equity, and inclusion initiatives in the department, campus wide, and in Geneva, New York. Anne, welcome. Our next jurist is Kai Knoerzer. Kai Knoerzer is the principal research scientist at CSIRO in Australia. Kai has a background in process engineering, chemical engineering, and his PhD in food process engineering, summa cum laude, all awarded from the Karlsruhe Institute of Technology in Germany. In 2006, he commenced work with Food Science Australia as a postdoctoral fellow. He has since become a principal research scientist at CSIRO Agriculture and Food. Currently, he is leading research and venture science activities across a number of innovative food processing technologies, including high pressure thermal processing. Kai's work has shown both science impact with more than 100 peer reviewed journal publications, conference proceedings, and book chapters, 7 patents applications, 4 edited books, and over 100 oral and 50 poster presentations at national and international conferences. He has a great commercial impact in the food industry. His work has also been recognized with various international awards for research excellence. Kai has been an active member of IFT's International Division in the leadership team for 10 plus years and is past chair of the division. Kai, welcome to you. And our third panelist and jurist is Carole Tonello, VP of Business Development at Hiperbaric in Spain. Carole has more than 30 years of experience in HPP and has worked for R&D companies as an industrial researcher in high pressure processing. In 2003, she started with Hyperbaric. She is part of the board of directors and in 2022 became a member of the management board. She is currently responsible for the scientific and technological support provided by Hiperbaric to HPP users. From her position, she leads the application and business development departments. She also coordinates the scientific and commercial R&D projects co-financed by the Spanish state and the European Commission. Carole holds a degree in food technology and a PhD in food science and technology. She is multilingual and has authored numerous articles and book chapters on HPP applications. Additionally, she is actively involved in industry associations and has received awards for her contributions to the field. And in fact, I know Carole as she has presented at the Coal Pressure Council annual conferences. Carole, welcome.
Thank you.
So with these three very strong jurists, I'm very pleased to ask Carole to please provide a brief overview of how the HPP Research Awards by Hiperbaric came about.
First, I would like to thank you, Tom, for the kind introduction of the three of us, and the link between the Coal Pressure Council and Hiperbaric is that our company is a founder member of with other companies of the Coal Pressure Council that promote actively the good use of HPP. Concerning the research award, HPP Research Award, the idea behind is that Hiperbaric wants to actively contribute to the dissemination of the latest scientific advance on the technology on HPP, providing the food industry with valuable insight that enable the adoption of the HPP technology to develop nutritious and safe food products. Aligned with this purpose, Hiperbaric hosts the second editions of the HPP Research Awards this year during the HPP Innovation Week 2024 to acknowledge researchers, especially young researchers, so PhD students or just graduated students, for their contributions in the field. It's a way for us to have, I would say, fresh new ideas and to have the latest insight of this technology recognized and awards. So the HPP Research Award are open to graduate and just graduated students. But Anne will give us a bit more insight, I think. In any case, this was what I wanted to say. So Tom, it's back to you.
Carole, thank you. And I think it's a great advancement to have this opportunity to present these awards as the whole of the industry continues to progress and to grow. And very pleased recognizing that with our three jurists, we have such strong participation in the industry as well as in research, both technical and commercialization. And that gives a real strength to the opportunity to evaluate those. I'm now going to ask Anne to give some guidelines on the approach that the jurists have taken for the applications that were submitted and how it is that they dealt with a particular application that came from one of the groups that are represented here on the jury. Anne?
Yes, thank you, Tom. Thank you, Tom. It's been a great honor for me to be part of this jury, and I had the opportunity to review many talented candidates who are conducting research on HPP. In my specific case, as they mentioned earlier, I am part of Cornell University. Therefore, I had to recuse myself from any candidate that were from Cornell because of conflict of interest. Otherwise, I reviewed all the projects. I reviewed all the projects except the one that was from Cornell. So we receive a lot of application from all over, from Asia, America, and Europe. And those are the criteria that we use to review the application. The first one was scientific merit. How is that project relevant to the industry? Is the project innovative? And how practical it is on potential application. And finally, we also review the quality of the abstract. You know, if they were well written, no grammatical errors and whatnot. As I mentioned before, because of conflict of interest, my colleagues Kai and Carole made the decisions on the final on the finalist. That's it. Back to you, Tom.
And thank you very much for that overview, recognizing that there are so many good institutions and businesses that are working in HPP. You've explained the approach and the rigor that the jurists have utilized. Now, I'm very pleased to move to announcing the award winners. And for the third place award, I'd ask Carole to please announce the results.
Thank you, Tom. To make the suspense a little bit longer, I just want to say that with the member of the jury, we really recognize that all the finalists had the three finalists had a very interesting presentation and very interesting topic, all relevant with the industry and with high quality of work. The subjects were very different, so from nutrition to modelization of inactivation of microorganisms, or on the contrary, to preserve the from HPP some beneficial microorganisms. So after the selection, we made our position, if I would say, much more on how each candidate defended or explained their work, and so we achieve a ranking where Melisaa Donda Zibden, presenting HPP of fruit smoothies enriched with dietary fiber from carrot discard. She's a PhD student from the Universidad Nacional del Litoral in Argentina. Reached the third place of our ranking. It was debate between us, but this is at the end the conclusion we've reached. And I encourage you to watch her presentation, and she brings really a nice conclusion about the nutritional aspect and bio availability of fruit products, fruit juices, and fruit puree that are processed under pressure. So she's our third finalist. And so I give it back to you, Tom.
Carole, thank you, and a very nice presentation on the third finalist there. And now we're going to ask Anne to present the second place finalist.
Excellent. Thank you, Tom. So our second finalist is from the Food Safety and Functionality Program in Spain. Her name is Berta Torrens Muscle Liver. And her project was the title of her project is Meta-Analysis of the Microbial Inactivation in high-pressure treated fruits and vegetable juices and purees. And essentially what she did is she reviewed the literature and she reviewed about 55 articles and summarized them and did a meta-analysis in understanding microbial inactivation of several pathogens, but mostly E. coli, Salmonella, and Listeria, and came up with a model and a tool to predict the reduction. So I encourage you to review her presentation. And congratulations again, Berta, on second place, on being a second finalist.
And thank you for that information, and really a great understanding that the meta-analysis allows a compilation of some great information that everyone in the HPP community can utilize. And now for our first place award winner, I have the opportunity to ask Kai to make that presentation.
Thank you very much, Tom. Last but not least, it is my pleasure to announce the first position in the ranking. This first place goes to Meghan Mcgillin from Cornell University. She presented on selective survival of protective cultures during high pressure processing by leveraging freeze drying and encapsulation. That was really an interesting piece of work. It was very well presented with a clear and structured explanation of her research. She had very professional slides as well. Study was different to what we tend to see when it comes to HPP application, as the target usually is the inactivation of microorganisms, not adding other processing steps to ensure their survival. Definitely very innovative. Freeze drying is, of course, quite an expensive technology, so adding that to a HPP process needs to make sense economically, but I'm sure that has been or will be looked at. From a scientific and application perspective, a very worthwhile study with very interesting results. Congratulations on a job, very well done. And I encourage all of you to view her presentation as well. And with that, I'm handing back to Tom.
Okay, thank you, Kai, for the announcement of our first place award winner. And congratulations to the three award winners that have been presented here today. It's really a recognition of the strength of the high pressure processing arena that allows so many good considerations and for others to make the presentation. With this being our first year, we look forward to continued opportunities and hope that the Cold Pressure Council can continue to provide that strength in networking. We encourage everyone to look forward to another award opportunity and to consider presenting for those. With that, I'd like to thank again our three jurists, Kai, Carole, and Anne, for the work that they have done and the selections they made. And we look forward to hearing more from the award winners in future work that they do in high pressure processing. We'd like to thank you all for hearing today and attending these HPP Research Awards presented by Hiperbaric. I'm Tom Egan. I look forward to seeing you at a future event. Thank you.
Thank you, Tom. Thank you, Kai. Thank you very much, Anne.
Thank you.
Thank you all.